Well, test, 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 1, 2, 3, test, 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 1, 2, 3. Well, welcome back, my darling diamonds in the rough. Hope you are all doing well. Wait, no, that's not how I start. I don't know how I start because I'm just excited. Today is Superb Owl Sunday. Oh my. You know what that means. We gotta respect the owls. And I forgot to plug in my microphone earlier, so I have no idea if the sound setting is correct. But I hope it is. I hope it is. Actually, can we check that now? Check, check, mic check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yes. Why did I do that? I don't know. But everything's working honky-dory. That is lovely to see because do we have it up? We have it up. Oh, yes. It is Superb Owl Sunday once again. And by once again, I mean once since last year. And I do love owls. Let's read about owls. And then let's do some puzzles, which I forgot to queue up. Huh. Weird. I forgot to queue them up. Anyways, let's read a bit about owls. I love owls. Today they're definitely my favorite bird. You know what? Yeah, let's just call them my favorite bird. You know, I'm a pretty big fan of Legend of the Guardians, Owls of Ga'Hoole. Loved that movie since 2010 when I think it came out. I want to buy the game. I saw online that you could purchase the game. I want to purchase the game. Because the game is something that can be purchased. And I think that's really cool. I think that's really cool. And we might take a look at that later. Again, we did it before. Why is my screen so bright? I'm sorry. On my side, it was really bright. On your side, it probably didn't change at all. I just turned the brightness down. But owls. Owls are birds from the order of strigiforms. Oh! Which includes over 200 species of mostly solitary and nocturnal birds of prey, typified by an upright stance, a large broad head, binocular vision, binaural hearing, sharp talons, and feathers. Adapted for silent flight. Exceptions include the diurnal northern hawk owl and the gregarious burrowing owl. Ah, look at this horned owl over here. Well, this is an eagle owl? Okay, never mind. It looks like a horned owl because, you know, it has these little... they're not horns, obviously. But they look like horns. I believe that's why the horned owl is called the horned owl. But no, it's a Eurasian eagle owl. Still a big, beautiful guy. Owls are divided into two families. The true or typical owl family, Strigdae, and the barn owl or bay owl family, Titanidae. I didn't know that. Let's click on this in a minute. Owls hunt mostly small mammals, insects, and other birds, although a few species specialize in hunting fish. Really, fish too? Oh my! That reminds me of how orcas are one of the predators for moose. Mooses? Meese? Moose. Which is very strange because, you know, mooses are these giant big animals, but apparently sometimes they swim in deep lakes, and orcas like to have a little snack because they're the devilish little dolphins that they are. Are they whales? I know they're killer whales, but actually, are dolphins whales? Are whales dolphins? That is something I want to know, but not right now. But I didn't know there was two families of owls. The true or typical, the Strigdae, and the barn owl family, the Titanidae. Look at this cute guy. But I love... Oh, wow, that's interesting. Well, I love classic barn owl, which is not showing me. The Strigdae? Oh, look at this. Let's look at the Strigdae a bit. The true owls, or typical owls, are one of the two generally accepted families of owls, the other being the barn owls and bay owls. This family comprises of 230 living or recently extinct species in 24 genera. Strigdae owls have a common pleasant distribution, are found in every continent except Antarctica. Wait. I need to play the sound. I'm sorry. I'm very excited. I love owls. I'm going to turn off the music for a second, just so we can hear this. Alright, it's pretty soft. I'm going to be quiet. Let's play it. Tawny Owl, Strix Audio. I heard it at first. I don't hear it right now. Is it coming through for you? sorry, it's pretty low for you. Let me turn it up a bit. Look at that cutie. I legitimately can't hear anything right now, but there's seemed to be some sort of sound. Alright, I think that's good. We can... Dang it, I turned it back. Ah, whatever. I think that's good. We're going to turn back the music. But, oh my goodness gracious. Love hearing that owl hoo. Love hearing the owl hoo. Morphology. While typical owls, hereafter referred to as simply as owls, vary greatly in size, the smallest species, the elf owl, being 100th of the size of the largest Eurasian eagle owl. Look at this. He's such a little guy. Look at him. Oh my. Those eyes are really cute. Oh my. I love owls. I don't know what my favorite are. I thought it was the horned owl, but I'm not sure. I love burrowing owls as well. I think they're really cute. I think Soren, the main character from Legend of the Guardians, Owls of Ghoul, is a barn owl. I think just a typical barn owl, which I think are the most common. I'm not sure. I want to read a bit about it. But let's read about the elf owl first. Oh my. The elf owl, Mycrathen Whitnell, is a small grayish-brown owl about the size of a sparrow, found in the southwestern United States, central Mexico, and the Baja California Peninsula. It has pale yellow eyes, highlighted by thin white eyebrows, and a gray bill with a horn-colored tip. The elf owl frequently inhabits woodpecker holes in saguaro cacti. It holds up in cacti? It also nests in natural tree cavities. Right? This is a cactus, right? Owls and... That is cool. I thought they were just tree birds, but no, they're... Oh my. Oh my, that's really cool that they can burrow in a cacti. Well, I guess cacti are kind of just like trees, but spiky. It doesn't matter, it's still really cool. Anyways. The elf owl was formally described in 1961 by the American naturalist James Graham Cooper. That guy, oh cool. From a specimen collected near Fort Mojave in Arizona. He coined the binomial name, just Athen Whitney, choosing the specific epithet to honor the geologist Josiah Whitney. The owl is now the only species placed in the genus Mycrathen that was introduced in 1886, specifically for the elf owl by American ornithologist Elliot Corses. Or Q's, I'm sorry, I can't read. The genus name combines the ancient Greek mikros, meaning small, and the genus name anthe that has been introduced by Frederick Boy in 1822. Sorry, I thought that I was an L. A molecular phylogenetic study of the owls published in 2019 found that the elf owl is a sister species to the South American long-whiskered owlet. This is a fluffy fella. Oh my. Description. We know they're tiny little guys. Oh my. Breeding, food and feeding, conservation status, in fiction. Oh. Name drop. There we go. An elf owl named Gilfy is a major character in the Guardians of the Cool book series. And the 2010 film adaptation. Oh my. We were just talking about this. Oh my. That's so funny. Legend of the Guardians Owl. I should read the book series. I just watched the movie about 16... Well, actually, it was probably 15 years and 3 months ago. I believe it came out in like September of 2010. Well, it did say 2010. Does it say when? Let me just hover over this before I go back. Well, actually, let's go breeding and food and feeding as well. I want to read that. 2010 film adaptation. I can't believe Zack Snyder directed it. That's such a weird ball knowledge, I guess. Elf owls choose abandoned north-facing woodpecker cavities in cacti, sycamores, cottonwoods, and other hardwood trees to raise their young. While some cavity nesters utilize vegetation as nesting substrate, elf owls have been observed removing this vegetation in a bare cavity. Oh my! So they don't have like a traditional nest. They don't just have the little hole in the wall. They don't like the little sticks and bramble that make up a nice floor like a carpet. They've been known to nest in man-made structures such as telephone poles in urban areas. They generally mate for periods of 3 months, with male and female birds remaining in close proximity. During this time, females engage in sing of locational calls, and males respond with mating rituals of their own. Wow, fascinating. 3 eggs is a very common clutch size. Females may lay anywhere from 1 to 5 eggs in springtime. The eggs are usually round or oval shaped with white coloration and are roughly an inch in size. 25 millimeters, like 2.5 centimeters, which is close enough to 2.54 inches. So like roughly around an inch in size. Incubated for 24 days before chicks hatch. Oh my. Young owlets fledge for about 10 weeks. Oh my. They last until... Oh, they only live 3 to 6 years. But in captivity, they may live up to 10. That's... Can't tell if that's better or worse. Wait, I'm sorry. I just read something. They also feed on scorpions? I'm sorry I'm jumping around like crazy, but I'm very interesting. Obviously, during nocturnal, straight line flight is often deployed for this purpose. Okay, whatever. Feed mainly on arthropods such as moths, crickets, scorpions, centipedes, and beetles. Agaves and octillos are ideal place for foraging as moths. Okay, so they eat a lot of bugs. They also feed on small mammals such as kangaroo rats. Oh, the kangaroo rat is kind of cute too. It looks like a... It kind of looks like a Jaroba, honestly. The kangaroo rat. Or maybe like a cross between a shrew and a Jaroba. That's what a kangaroo rat looks like. They eat reptiles too, spiny lizards, earless lizards, and blind snakes. Oh my, owl-eating snake depictions are kind of go really hard. They're really cool. And birds, oh, they eat birds. Wait, they eat birds? On occasion. I'm just shocked because they seem really small for birds. So I can't imagine what birds they do eat. But I think that's enough of that. Let's go back to the Strigdae, owls. Because of their nocturnal habits, they tend not to exhibit sexual dimorphism in their plumage. Okay, so basically... Wait, because of their sexual dimorphism is like, you know in Pokemon how Nidoran male and Nidoran female are 2 different Pokemon? Well, that's different. It'd be more like on the pheasant, if you played Pokemon Black and White. How male and pheasant looks different from female and pheasant. That's what sexual dimorphism is. A difference based on the sexes. Ah, that's fascinating. Because of their nocturnal habits, they tend not to exhibit sexual dimorphism. Specialized feathers and wing shapes suppress the noise produced by flying. Both taking off, flapping, and... Really? Oh my. I would love for, like, airports to copy this, because... planes taking off are really loud sometimes. If they could copy that. I mean, basically every technological advancement is just copied from nature. Because nature's just really good at things. Making things work. But that's really cool how they're just silent flighters, like a stealth plane. Oh my, under the guise of night too. And they're such smart creatures. Owls are so cool. Owls possess 3 physical attributes that are thought to contribute to their silent flight capability. First, on the leading edge of the wing, there is a comb of stiff feathers. Second, on the trailing edge, the wing contains a flexible fringe. Finally, owls have downy material distributed on the tops of their wings that can create a compliant but rough surface, similar to that of a soft carpet. Oh, I get it. So it's like sound foam. It muffles sound because it's, I guess, thicker? Does that make sense? Or maybe I should just read. All these factors result in significant aerodynamic noise reductions. Yeah, so it's like a carpet, almost. That's really cool. Let's read on. Have eye patches on the backs of their heads, apparently convince... Oh, that's really cool. Numerous species of owls in the genus Gladicum and the northern hawk owl have eye patches on the backs of their heads, apparently to convince other birds they are being watched at all times. Oh my... owls are like Big Brother. They're watching you at all times. Wow, that's really cool. It reminds me of like the art on a butterfly's wings to make it seem bigger or to seem like blend in with nature or to convince other people it's poisonous. That's really cool. Ear toss feathers, camouflage. Look at this! The owl here, cross-section great gray owl specimen showing the extent of the body plumage. So this is the owl, and this is the inside of the owl without all the feathers. Oh my! Owls are so fluffy! That's a bit more creepy. I don't really like, what's it called? Taxidermy and whatnot. So I do apologize. Let me scroll up from the owl skeleton. It is interesting to see, but let me just scroll up. Well, owls are also tongue-tied. Owls are also able to rotate their heads as much as 270 degrees in either direction without damaging the blood vessels in their necks. That's one of the classic owl knowledge, but it's still really cool. Niche competition. It has been noted that there is some competition for niche space between the spotted owl and the barred owl, both of which are true owls. Niche space, what does that mean? A niche is the match of a species to a specific environmental condition. Responds to the distribution of resources and competitors and how it in turn alters those. Okay. So they compete for certain environmental factors. Competition is related to deforestation, reduction in niche quantity and quality, overlying. Okay, so basically humans suck and are ruining owls, and that's awful. Cressepular? Primarily during night and twilight. Okay. Communication. Owls such as the eagle owl use visual signaling in intraspecific communication, both territorial habits and parent-offspring interactions. Migrations. Some migrate. Okay. Parasites. Ooh, I don't want to read this. I'm going to read it though. Avian malaria or Plasmodium relictum affects owls specifically. 44% of northern and Californian spotted owls harbor 17 strains of parasites. That's unfortunate. The main predators of owls are other species of owls. That's funny. An example of this occurs when the northern saw-whet owl that lives in the U.S. and lives to low to the ground in brushy areas typically of cedar forests. These owls eat mites and perch on trees in eye level. Their main predators are barred owls and great horned owls. Oh my. Okay. Ooh, Strignae. Oh my goodness gracious. There's a lot of owl stuff, owl genus now, everything. I love their eyes. How they just stare at you. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Prehistoric and this is a very interesting looking fella. Look at these tufts. I don't know what to call them. The extinct Cuban giant owl. Oh, wait, what? That's... I'm sorry, I need to do this. The Cuban giant owl, or Cursorial giant owl, is an extinct genus of owls that measured at 1.1 meters, 3 feet 7 inches in height. That is huge. That is giant. 3 feet 7 inches in height. Wow, that's giant. It is closely related to the many species of living owls of the genus Strix. It was a flightless or nearly flightless bird and is believed to be the largest owl that ever existed. It lived on the island of Cuba. That is crazy. I didn't know that there was like essentially. Wow, that is a huge bird. You know, I'm curious of what this came from. Like what evolved into this. I wouldn't be surprised if it's some sort of dinosaur. Because that sounds like a beast. Wow. The Cuban giant owl. Wow. 126,000 to 1,200 years ago. Wow. Oh my. The first fossil specimen was mistakenly described as a bird in the family Verosidae. Look at this giant thing. It was thought to be a terror bird. Carnivorous, mostly flightless birds. Oh my. In part because the bones were so large. Pierce Broadcorp reviewed the findings and identified them to have belonged to an owl. That is really cool. But I'm going to be honest, this reconstruction of them looks more like a hawk than an owl. Maybe I guess hawks and owls might have been genetically similar 100,000 years ago. But wow, fascinating. Wow. Look at this. Compared to a human-sized human. Over 1 meter tall. Actually, this is a rather tall human. This is like a human man. It might even be bigger than the average human man. Wow. This is giant. It is huge. Very long legs. Ooh, the legs are long. But it's bulky overall and probably short-tailed. Its body mass in life is initially estimated to be approximately 30 kilograms or 66 pounds. Okay, but later studies suggest a mass of 9 to 13.5 kilograms, 20 to 30 pounds. That is a big difference, though. I do have to say. It's less terrifying, but it still is massive. It reminds me of, just because of the sheer size difference, like a Maine Coon. A Maine Coon is a type of cat. It's a really big cat. It's, like, very massive. But you don't really think it's a cat. It's bigger than, I'd say it's bigger than, like, lynxes and stuff like that. Bobcats. I'd say it's bigger than that. Obviously smaller than, like, the big cats, like the tigers and lions and cheetahs and whatnot. But, oh my. But for a house cat, a Maine Coon is giant. And this is reminiscent of that because it just is the same sheer level of wow. I don't know what else to say, but wow. The modern owl that most resembles the Cuban giant owl in proportions is probably the dainty and quite small burrowing owl. But the burrowing owl looks a bit fluffier than the depiction of the Cuban owl. Cuban giant owl. The only surviving owl closely tied to the ground. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, because they said this big beauty was close to the ground. Was flightless or mostly flightless. Maybe it's related to probably not to the dodo. But maybe. This implies similar adaptations to the terrestrial lifestyle, but not a close phylogenetic relationship. Oh my. Wow. I need some water. The legs and feet of the Cuban giant owl appear to be very large and powerfully built. Oh my gosh, it's just like me. I have giant legs. Big, strong legs for big, strong bird and big, strong rock. This supports the theory that they were strong runners. Okay, maybe a bit less like me. I'm trying to get my mile time down, but I'm not that strong of a runner yet. Hence the alternate name, Curiosal. Or Cursorio. Organism that is adapted specifically to run. Oh my, that is terrifying. Imagine a meter tall bird just running after you. And this bird being one of the smartest birds of all time. Probably the smartest bird of all time. Maybe I'm biased towards owls, but owls just have this intelligence that is seldom seen in the animal kingdom. Let alone amongst birds. Oh my. The keel of the sternum was reduced, and the owl may have been capable of a short burst of flight. It is probable that, like a modern wild turkey, the owl only took flight when extremely pressed, more often choosing to run. The females of this owl species were larger than the males. Oh, so this ancient one experienced sexual dimorphism. That is so curious. If it has sexual dimorphism, does that indicate that it's not a nocturnal being? No, that doesn't necessarily indicate that. I just know that on the previous slide it said sexual dimorphism in owls was reduced because, in fact, they were nocturnal. But I guess that's not necessarily just sexual dimorphism, it's more than that. Whatever, let's continue. The Cuban giant owl is believed to have preyed principally on large hootius. What is that? That's like a rat squirrel thing. Cavy-like rodent. Oh, sorry. No, large cavy-like rodents. Including Capromis. Is that... Okay. Geocampermis. That's like a beaver. And Macropromius. The latter being the size of a modern nutria or capybara. Wow. So this like 30-pound bird preyed on capybaras. Or sorry, rodents similar in size to capybaras. That's incredibly. And the ground sloths, it preyed on sloths? Mechanus. It preyed on sloths? Oh my goodness gracious. Some of these sloths being roughly the size of American... Wait. Am I reading this right? You're telling me that this meter-tall, 30-pound bird, which don't get me wrong, is huge, especially for a bird, preyed on a sloth the size of an American black bear. You're telling me that this meter-tall thing, granted, it still looks huge, but preyed on something the size of a black bear? Not a black bear, but something a sloth the size of a black bear. It possibly fed on the Cuban flightless crane. It was probably an ambush predator and would pounce on unsuspecting prey with crushing It's not even a pack hunter, and it's preying on something the size... How big is a black bear? Let's put that in perspective first. Because I am flabbergasted. Taxonomy, evolution... A million years ago, hybrids, subspecies... Wait, habitat, description, relationship, description maybe? Build, length of a bear's guns were nearly a foot long, wow. Can be seen the tendency of female have slender, more pointed faces. Okay, claws are short, hind legs, highly dexterous. A bear weighing 120 pounds... Okay, this is... Okay, so roughly 120 pounds, maybe. Size, there we go. So black bears typically range from 120 to 188 centimeters, which is 47 to 74 inches, which is about 4 feet tall to... What is that? Is that... Okay, 6 feet 2. So, like, we'll say 4 to 6 feet tall. 4 to 6 feet tall. That is big. We're going to assume probably similar weight. Which, this is 600 to 300 kg. Okay, maybe not similar weight. Because I don't know the density of a sloth. But roughly 4 to 6 feet. 4 to 6 feet. And this meter-tall bird, this like 3 feet bird, almost 4 feet bird, would prey on that. Wow. Something of that size. That's wild. That is wild. Well, that is one superb owl. I can say that for certain. The Cuban giant owl. Wow, I want to read more about that. Wow. That's really cool. That is really cool. Wow. I can't believe it preyed on something significantly bigger than itself. And it wasn't even like a pack hunter. It's an ambush hunter. In theory, of course. We obviously can't record their habitats. But it was believed to be like... okay, maybe it might have been a pack hunter as well. But it says ambush hunter. It says ambush hunter. It was ambush predator, I'm sorry. Let's read ambush predator. Ambush predators or sit-and-wait predators are carnivorous animals that capture their prey via stealth or luring, utilizing an element of surprise. Unlike pursuit predators who chase to capture prey using sheer speed or endurance, ambush predators avoid fatigue by staying in concealment. Why? Wow. Burrows, oh my. Aggressive mimicry? Attract their prey towards them, oh my. False nourishment. Detection of assessment. Strike carefully. We don't care, oh my. Capturing the prey. Okay. I just need to look up to see if pack hunters and ambush hunters can be the same. I just need to look that up. I'm very curious. Because if it's not a pack hunter, and it's hunting something that is significantly larger than it, or definitely larger than it, by itself, that is something. Can pack hunters be? Can pack hunters be ambush hunters? I need to... Okay, pack hunters can be ambush hunters. Let me look up. Did the Cuban giant owl hunt in packs? My first thought would be probably, if it's attacking an animal that's not that big, probably. Evidence does not suggest that the Cuban giant owl hunted in packs. Instead, this 3.5-foot tall prehistoric owl was likely a solitary terrestrial ambush predator that ran on long, powerful legs to hunt large rodents and ground sloths. Okay. You know what? That was AI. Let's see if Reddit can see something. Alright, look at this Reddit comment, I guess. Or Reddit post. The giant Cuban owl, on record, is the largest owl, weighing around 30 pounds and 1 meter in height. Wow, what a beauty. What a beauty. This is terrifying, so cool though. Being 5'4", that thing would carry me away. It might have given the chance some of its prey were rodents approaching capybara and small human sizes. Oh my. This wasn't the only giant owl on Cuba at the time. There was a giant Tyto species around the same time. Bahamas also had a giant owl, and it appears it survived until a few centuries ago. Most of the giant aseptrids and owls of the Caribbean were wiped out when humans Aww. That one just lasted longer than the rest. That's sad. Oh my. Wait. As for everyone scared of it, harpy eagles are South American eagles that can grow up about the same height as these owls, have claws longer than a grizzly bear's, have the grip strength as strong as a pit bull's bite, and are very much a living species. Oh my. They're more agile than your average eagle, and have strong wings to basically take off and... Okay, that's a different bird, but still pretty cool. Talons on that one. Full-on Pokemon? Actually, I would love to see a Cuban giant owl as a Pokemon. Weird. Cuba seems like a strange candidate for island gigantism because it's pretty close to their other landmasses. Wow. Those are some hooters. Oh, you. Oh my. Superb owl. Yes, indeed. You know what? Can we browse superb owl? I think we will. We might browse it a bit. Could it fly a little bit? Superb owl. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's go to the superb owl subreddit. I'm sorry. I normally don't like to browse Reddit, but at least on stream, I like to do more original things. Wikipedia, I think, is fair game, but Reddit recaps aren't necessarily my cup of tea. But let's see these beautiful, superb owls. Oh my. We are an r/superb owl. And let's read. Big day has arrived. Superb Owl Day. Celebrate the owls of Joel Sartor's photo arc. Multi-year effort to document every species of living creatures. Oh my. I don't care, Nike. Meme posts will be out for the next 2+ weeks. I don't need memes. I need owls. Super Owl Sunday. It's not loading. Things are popping up. Give me a minute to make sure nothing pops up and everything loads. I don't know. Okay, things are back to normal. That's a good thing. Let's scroll for a little bit longer. Look at this silly little guy. Happy Superb Owl Sunday. Yes, indeed. A superb owl in someone's backyard? Look at this cutie. I love the floof around the face. I don't know if you can call it floof with feathers, but I'm calling it floof. And it's beautiful. Rare snowy owl at the Jersey Shore. He's sitting there. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'm gushing. Superb Owl Day. My local zoo celebrated today? That is really cool. Let's see the other pictures if they look. I love their giant eyes. It reminds... I remember... It's a little guy. He's just a little guy. In the movie Rio, about blue macondas or whatever it's called, I remember the scene where the blue macaws, where the scientist is talking with Blue's owner, and he just gushes about how owls are his favorite bird because the big, beautiful eyes that are so filled with wisdom. And I gotta say, I do love the big, beautiful eyes. Look at this horn. Was this a horned owl or like a Eurasian eagle owl? I forget. It looks like both. Oh my, I love these little fellas. The giant eyes. I should see more owls. Maybe I'm gonna look up an owl sanctuary. I'm gonna go to an owl sanctuary one day. I actually have a... Well, okay, it's pretty far, but I was looking up stuff, and there was a wolf sanctuary that I might have wanted to go to. But unfortunately, it wasn't open when I was up in that area, so I didn't go. Maybe in the future I will, but... Oh my, look at these beautiful fellas. I think we scrolled through them all. Oh, actually, did we? No, we didn't. This guy looks so majestic. Oh my. I'm so sad because this is the last photo. And he's just staring down at us, and it's so cool. I love owls. Little superb owl. He's just a big ball with... He looks like angry at me. I love the little guy. My detox doodles are burrowing owls. This guy looks like he's wanting to do a little dance. This guy's just Oh man, these are great. This is our resident barred owl. It's superb. It certainly is. Wow. So gallant and regal. Just in for the big game? Oh yeah, I hear there's gonna be that bunny guy doing some show. And I like bunnies, don't get me wrong, so maybe I'll tune into it, but today's the day for the owls. I like the owls more. But that looks like an absolute snack, I gotta say. I have some carrots. I should eat carrots. Happy Superb Owl Sunday? Yes, indeed it is. The littlest owl is superb? He certainly is. He's so tiny. Oh my. On my way back home on an evening run. Just standing there. I wish I could see more owls in the wilds. I'm just not out at night when a good chunk of owls are nocturnal, and I'm not sure if they're in my area. I've seen goats. Well, granted, they weren't wild goats. They were placed there for an ecological effort when I went to Rockefeller Park, actually, last year. I mentioned that. I went up to, what is that, like, upstate New York? He turned around. And then he turned back. Owls are just great. I love owls. Happy Superb Owl Day. Please enjoy these adorable cupcakes my spouse made for our kids to celebrate. Kids class to celebrate. Oh my. That is great. Are kids allowed to eat homemade foods? I know when I was very young in school, we did that. Actually, I remember for my first birthday in school, we brought in cupcakes. and it was lovely. It was delicious for my whole class. But I heard schools started not allowing that as days went on because of food allergies and whatnot. But these gems are just adorable. Found this little guy on our porch. Bless you for giving us 2 pictures. Granted, that one's a little small, but he's just sleepy. Whoa. With completion of the traditional apple hand pies, we are ready to witness the superb owl. These look amazing, especially this guy. I love this guy. Wow. Apple hand pies, shaped to look like owls. Absolutely amazing. Caption this, what's on his mind? I don't know what's on his mind, but he's just a dapper little fellow. Silently catching dinner? Wow, that is a great action shot. That is a great action shot. That is some... Okay, I normally don't gush about photography. I know very little about photography. I know very little about lighting, but the focus on this owl in that action shot is just insane. As someone who knows very little, but knows something about photography and videography, again, very little, but I know something. That is such a great picture. Wow. Happy Super Owl Day, yes. No ads. Saw what owl flew into my house? I think it might be his house now. Sorry. I need more owl reaction images. Went in a wildlife zoo a while ago and met these two. They're just having a good time. Okay, I think we're good. Oh my. I think we're good. Wow, that is a great... Wait, I need to lock that. Did I not lock that? Oh my. I need to clear my nose. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I think we're ready to play some games. Because owls are... You know, maybe I'm biased because owls are amazing. But owls are the smartest birds. In my opinion. And I don't think I'm going to get proven wrong anytime soon. So let's do some puzzles to honor them. Right. What? Wait, can I just look up owl-themed puzzle? Owl-themed puzzle. Let's see if something comes up, actually. That would be very interesting. Jigsaw puzzles come up, which makes sense. Amazon. Wait, can I... Wait, actually, let me find owl-themed Sudoku. Let me see if that... Sudoku. Owl-themed Sudoku. Let's see if we could find one. Did we drop any frames? We actually dropped quite a bit of frames. Also, let me do a sound check. The sound is pretty loud. Actually, I think it's pretty good. Sudoku for owl lovers. Crypticans is saying, large print Sudoku, Sudoku online, come on. Anything? No. Just Sudoku books with pictures of owls on them, unfortunately. Alright, let's start off with something simple. The Wordle. Let me load it up though, and let me also get the next one up. I know today's normally my Stardew Valley day, but it's probably going to be a shorter stream because I do love my owls. And it's a day for them. It's a day for them. I do love my Stardew Valley streams though. I might make it up. I might make it up. Honestly, I wasn't even sure if I was going to stream today. I'm glad I did though. I'm glad I did. Alright, but let's hop over. And I clicked on the wrong thing. Let's start off. Normally I do jazzy, but I want to do owl-themed words. And owls are smart. So we have an M. Oh, we have an M in the second spot. Okay. Let's see. Can we think of a word with M in the second slot that describes owls? I can't think of one on the top of my head. was going to say pretty, but that's 6 letters. Beautiful, cute, adorable, the best, eyes. You know what? Smart's a good word. Normally we start with jazzy, but we'll just do a normal Sudoku here. Or, no wait, a hoot. Or hoots. We already have T and S done, but why not? Nothing. Okay. I just want to do more owl-themed words. Flies. F-L-I-E-S. It flies in the skies. So we have an E and we have an M. That's neat. Can we think of anything, though? Ember. I'm guess. Well, Ember doesn't embed. It's probably embed, actually. It is. Wow. And we got it only from owl-themed words. We got it from smart, hoots, and flies. Wasn't even a good pick in terms of diversity, but with it, we were able to find the unique word through the power of owls. I don't think I would have gotten as fast if it was not for owls. Maybe, just maybe, there is an owl-themed crossword today. I'm going to look at my daily crossword because it is Superb Owl Day. I imagine a lot of the world's talking about these beautiful creatures. But let's start here. Timer, gag, drill, bit, routine, symbol, sense, length, number, silence, grind, muzzle, habit, face, inhibit, uppercase. Sense, it makes sense. Muzzle, uppercase, symbol, no. Drill and bit make me think drill bit, like something you'd put on a drill, but that's not. The drill is to like bore a hole or something. Like how owls bore holes, specifically burrowing owls, how they burrow. Oh my. Well, actually to gag is to muffle, to muzzle is to muffle, to anything else means to muffle. To inhibit? Maybe. Timer, drill, bit, length, sense, symbol, routine. Number, silence, grind, habit, face, uppercase, no. Close, though, because I was just thinking muffled from, you know how owls have special wings and feathers that reduce sound, as we just read. Routine, the daily grind, a habit, anything else that means a drill. Oh, yeah. Like a routine. Okay, I'm fine with this. Same old stuff? Yep. Yes, sirree. Yes, sir, indeed. Right. Timer? That's on like an oven or something? Muzzle. Gag. Silence. To silence, to maybe to gag, to muzzle, to inhibit? Timer, symbol, sense, length. Sense. Length. Let's try this. Oh. Suppress. Which is something that we thought. I was going to do, actually bit and gag like a joke. So I was like, oh, wait, did I mess it up? But no, I didn't. Lucky us. Number, timer, symbol, sense, length, uppercase, face, and bit. Number, length, sense, symbol, like brass symbols, maybe? I don't think so. A bit faced? I'm very confused. And my owl knowledge is not helping me out right now. Maybe a timer on some technology, or maybe on a phone. Timer. It counts. Symbol. Number, symbol. Uppercase. Maybe like ASCII. A bit, face, length, timer, sense. Bit, maybe? That's a stretch. One away, though. So timer, face, length, and sense are together. But with three of them are together. And one of number, bit, symbol, and uppercase are... What's your number? No. Huh. You know, I'm out of my loop here. Timer, face... Does face go with number, bit? I don't know. Let's just do it instead of symbol, sense. So we know symbols part of these three. So let's just do... Let's swap it with number with timer just to brute force this. Alright, so we know number and symbol are some of the same. We know timer and sense are some of the same. Symbol, number, that's something to represent something. You can have a number to represent, like number 7 is person 7. Symbol. Uppercase. Faced. Timer and sense are also on this. So it's either, it's one of bit and uppercase, and it's one of face and length. Number, symbol, uppercase. I'm going to go length. I don't know. Well, bit, timer, length. I'm going to go face. It's either face or length, 50-50. And I chose wrong. No, I didn't. Oh. Back to the puzzle. Features of a strong password. Length, number, symbol, and uppercase. That's fair. Words after 2. 2-bit, 2 sense, 2 face, 2 timer. Huh. That's pretty interesting. That's pretty clever. I have to admit. That is pretty clever. Alright, I'm pulling up a crossword, but I'm also pulling up Wordsmith. I really like that puzzle right now. It's my new fad. And you know what? I might pull... Pokedoku. I might also pull up the Pokedoku. Wordsmith will transform using words. That's what it says. And I think we'll do that first. If I was as smart as an owl, I would be able to solve this. And I think... I'm not, but I think I can still solve this. So owl on Z... We're going to block. We're going to play casual. Now the goal is to take this word and using these sets of clues, we're going to keep changing it. However, we don't know the order of the clues, so we have to determine that. So we start off with dangerous. Remove the first letter. Dangerous. Prepend taking a break. Way dangerous. Bring back to former condition. No. Keep gym class abbreviation, which would be PE, which isn't here. So we're going to skip that. Inject one letter somewhere. Overly moralizing or didactic. No. Move UL. There's no UL here. Move the first and last letters. Angorous. So probably I'm thinking angry. Move the last letter to the front. Angoro. Traditional lounge of stories. No, it's not that one. Remove New York City time. Abbreviation. That would be Eastern time or Eastern Standard Time. But we only have an E and an S, so it's not that. Keep the last 4 letters. Rose. Anagram. The cat lover letters. And then result is like spoiled milk. Rotten. Sour. Oh, what is this? Sour. S-O-U-R. There we go. Let's start from the bottom. Change the last letter. Word that might be found near patch or train. Soup? Patch? Soup train? No. Remove the first letter. Hour. Add taking a break. Waiter. Bring back to former condition. Restore. But restore is spelled differently. So it's probably going to be soars next. Remove the U and add an E to the end or something. Keep gym class abbreviation. Nope. Inject one letter somewhere. Overly moralizing or didactic. I think it might be this. I think it might be that. Remove UL. Don't have a UL. Remove the first and last letters OU. Move the last letter to the front UO. UO is not traditional knowledge. Remove New York City time. We don't have that. Change the last letter. My guess would be inject one letter somewhere. So let's add sour. Stour maybe? Spour? I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to be this though. I just don't know what it is. So we're going to use a hint. Oh wait. Change the last letter. Where might be found near patch a train? So I was wrong. It's not soup. It's not sour. It's not sout. It's not soup. Soul patch and soul train. Okay. I don't get that 100%, but I've heard it before, so interesting. Remove the first letter. Ol. Prepend taking a break. Wait ol. Bring back to former condition. Okay, taking a break is rest. It's restore. So this is, it's definitely not that. Keep gym class abbreviation. We don't have that. Inject one letter somewhere. Overly moralizing or didactic. Remove UL. So, append depend on. In a manner of great distress. Oh, it might be that. I don't want to use a second hint though. In a manner of great distress. Gym class, no. Inject one letter somewhere to be overly moralizing or didactic, or remove UL and append depend on. No, append, not prepend. So instead of, it's probably that. I was thinking append, like prepend to the beginning, but it's append, so it's add on to. So it starts with, I'm guessing it's this. To depend on is maybe SOS, but that's a little short. A manner of great distress. Maybe, I don't know. Remove the first and last letters. Last letter front, no. I'm guessing it's that. I'm going to need a hint. Probably 2 hints. What can I add? Sorely. So rely. Oh. Depend on is to rely. Okay. Remove the first letter. Orly. Prepend taking a break. Restore. It's not that. Keep gym class. No. Gym class abbreviation. PE. No. Inject one letter somewhere. Overly moralizing or didactic. Storely? No way. Move first and last letters. Oral? Move the last letter to the front. Lore! Traditional knowledge or stories is lore. I watched enough Game Theory to know that. New York City time abbreviation. No EST, no ET, no anything else. Remove the first letter, or restore. Bring back to former condition. Yeah, taking a break is rest, and it's restore. Restore. Okay, keep. No, this is definitely New York City time abbreviation because we have EST. So we remove it. So we have roar, R-O-R-E. Change the third letter to a different letter. And what you might tie something with. Rope. So the goes to restore, to roar, and we change the R to a P. Rope. We tie with rope. Keep gym class abbreviation, PE. Append, sore and uncomfortable. Delightfully good or excellent. Perfect. Not arfect, because that doesn't work. Or maybe we inject one letter somewhere. No. Keep gym... Inject one letter somewhere could work too, because we still have PE. But I think it's the first one, because this is metagaming, but we do the second, we can do the first one at either time, even if we do the second one first. It doesn't matter because we just get rid of everything but PE, as long as we don't inject something in there. So it's metagaming, but because we have to use this, I think the order matters. So gym class abbreviations, we have PE, and then sore and uncomfortable. Append to the end of it. It's not hurts. Sore, uncomfortable. Achy. Peachy. Sore and uncomfortable is achy, and we did get to peachy. Inject one letter somewhere, or overly moralizing or didactic. Preachy. The clue that gave me the most trouble ended up to be super easy in the end. Wow, that's lovely. We're channeling our inner barn owl with that one. Now let's do a bit of an easy crossword. I hope. It says easy crossword, and I like it because usually it is somewhat comfortable. But I want to just relax and tackle this. Yep, Sunday, Soup Herb Owl Sunday. Let's hop on back over. Yeah, this is good. Let's begin. One across. Drains as strength. Depletes. Hurts. Sores. No clue. Disreputable. Untrustworthy. No. Mischievous kids. Brat. Well, it would be brats plural, but we'll just say brat for now. It might be wrong. Future attorney's exam, abbreviation LSAT. Person with 48 across. Didn't give enough to, don't know yet. Colorado ski resorts. Is it the Alps? Is that Colorado? I don't even know. Yikes. Oof. Ouch. Wow. I don't know. Leaves out. Keeps a strew. Misplaces. Christmas season. Yule. It's the Yuletide season. Maybe it's right. Maybe it's wrong. I don't know. We'll continue. State of great comfort. Relax. ATION. Relaxation. That fits. It probably is good. Wasn't truthful. Lied. Yeah, we're definitely wrong somewhere over here because T set is not something that works. Snow vehicle. Oh, it's not. But Yule and light is. But this is sled. L is a snow vehicle. Normally I don't like doing this at first, but just because we're here. But mischievous kids is plural, so ending in S does make sense. Stack. Hawaiian Island with a UI. Harvard's Ivy League. LEAGUE. Let's go back over to relaxation. Actually, let's go back over to here. Mischievous kids. Imps. I think imps are mischievous kids. And Colorado ski resort that starts with a V. No clue, but it has to start with a V. Maui. And stack. Pile. Oh my, and Vail is a ski resort in Colorado apparently. Where are the Alps? I don't know. I'm not good at geography. Speak sharply to. Scorn? Address? SC. No, not scorn. Thinnest coin. Dime. I was going to say penny. I'd be wrong. And probably there's some currency out there that's thinner than the dime, but the dime is so tiny. And this is American based, I believe. I believe it is UStoday.com anyway. Bring in harvest. To reap. President Carter's successor. Not Taft. I don't know. I don't remember. American history did not cover Carter too well. Not Eisenhower. No clue. Sound of shock. What? Huh? I don't know yet. Twosomes. Duos. Or pairs. But it was twosomes plural, correct? Then it should end with an S. That makes sense to me. Dexterous, agile. Makes angry. Agitates, irates. Well, irate is probably wrong. We're to leave it here for now, just because it's to make angry. Well, you could irate someone. Okay. Tots, little piggy. Toe. Temporary calms. Lulls. I don't know. Absolutely perfect. Owls. Owls are absolutely perfect. We love owls. It's definitely not owls, though, but we'll keep owls there for now, because they are absolutely perfect, and I don't know what else goes there right now. Beautiful shout. Bullfight shouts. Ole. Olays. Because it's plural. Toward the dawn. Eves. Successful applicants reward. Hired. I don't know. Application. Oh my. To leave out is to... We already had that, didn't we? It's up there. Leave speeches. Oz. We're doing pretty good here. We're doing pretty well. Make null and void. Veto. Reject. Cancel. That might work. It's a bit of an odd fit, though. Long Heroic Story is an epic, of course. First epic I ever read was Poem of the Cid. Was it Poem of the Cid? Poem of the Cid, yeah. I read a few of them. I read, I've read excerpts of the Iliad. I've read most of the Odyssey. Actually, I read the Odyssey, but I also really appreciated Madeline Miller's Circe. It's she's an author who did a more modern take on the ancient Greek witch Circe, who was a part of the Odyssey. Odysseus and his men came to her island on their journey home, and she was famous for turning men into pigs, I guess. It was a good story from her perspective, and I'm a sucker for Greek mythology. I recommend it. It was probably one of the best books I read relatively recently, in the past probably 4 years. Probably one of the best books I read. And oh my, why are my fragrances rattling? I have sprays for my room to smell like lavender, or is it lilac? I forget. But they're rattling up top, I think because of my fan. It's a bit hot. But yes, I read those two Greek ones. I read a bit of the Aeneid, which is the Roman ancient poem. Poem of the Cid is the Spanish ancient poem. I read Beowulf. My favorite is probably the Iliad. It's the most classic one. Granted, it's also the one I read the least. But I love the Iliad. I love Achilles' heel. Love the Trojan horse. It's good. It's a good epic poem. Wait, was Gilgamesh, was that an epic poem? I don't think it was. But it also has this demi-human thing aspect. I don't know. It's been a while. I don't know if that's an epic poem. I definitely read an excerpt of that, though. That was fun, though. It was just two dudes chilling out, having fun. It's a very bad way to describe it, but it is generally what happened. Just two dudes vibed really hard with each other. Sore loser's attitude. Don't know. Colonel or Captain? SGRT? Sergeant? Maybe? I don't know. Happen next? Don't know. Resorts offering massages. Spas. I want to go to a spa. I am someone who is rather tense, and I like the feeling of pressure being applied to me on like certain points on my back specifically, because I feel like it would be relaxing. I think it would be painful because I want them to really put their body weight into it. I really want them to make it hurt because I think it would be more relaxing that way. That sounds counterintuitive, but I don't know how to describe it otherwise. It's a certain je ne sais quoi. Contradictions don't necessarily mean it doesn't make sense. Traditional ceremony, we don't know. Stopwatch or hourglass timer. That's something that's pretty easy. So what else is new? That's the first thing that comes to mind when saying that saying. Piggy bank opening. The slits at the top. I have a piggy bank in my room. It's full of coin. I'll rattle it. Oh, there's dust on top of it. I'll rattle it for you all. I got this when I was probably 7. It is filled with coin. It is filled with coin. I might have drained it before and packed it up and just filled it back up again. But yeah, there's a slit up top where all the coins go. I remember when I was younger trying to shake the coins out of the slit because the bottom little cork or whatever, it also could be cork. But the bottom cork, or in my case, like the little rotation piece of plastic that would pop out, was very hard to turn. So sometimes when I wanted to just get a quarter out, I'd finagle it and shake it a bit in a way where I would hope a quarter would fall. And sometimes it would work. Not every time, but sometimes. Anyways, a lasting mark is a scar, or scars plural because it's marks plural. Get a glimpse of. A glimpse, well, it says a glimpse. A sight, a pic, whatever. We don't know. Messy ones. I don't know, I'm just thinking little tykes who would, children are very messy. Extremely pale. Aspen? That's definitely wrong, but it fits, which I don't like. Bear-like beast. Bear-like beast? Maybe Bigfoot? A Yeti? I don't know. Bigfoot, Yeti, bear-like beast is very strange because my first instinct is just, oh, bear. Bears are bear-like, but that's not... And it's just beast, which is very interesting. Bend down. Squat? SQUAT? Which does fit, but that would mean LSAT is wrong, and LSAT I'm pretty confident in. Didn't get enough to. Underfed? I don't know. Tycoon's 27 down. We don't... Where's 20... Auto... So an auto tycoon... Auto lots? Auto shop? I don't know. Part of the eye. Iris? Pupil? Relaxation might be wrong. Even though it fits. Yule is correct. We know that. We're going to put back the LSAT. So we're pretty confident in that. Tycoon 27 down. Auto shop. Or auto mall. ATION. No. Auto shop or auto mall. It's one of them. Part of the eye is an iris. Parceled out. Shipped. Sent? No. Polite assent. No clue. Distant. Far. Yeah, this definitely isn't relaxation if it has an F. Restaurant serving. Meal. Restaurant serves meals. And swimming spots or pools. Okay, we're making progress. Good progress. Blank monster. Arizona lizard. Arizona lizard? Blank monster? Never heard of that. All's... Ooh. All's well that ends well. So Eves is not right. But Ivy League is correct. E is something, A something, monster for an Arizona lizard. I don't know. Oh no, something I, something something for Arizona lizard. What is this? Towards the dawn. I don't know. Temporary claims. Temporary calms. Lulls. Okay. Blank monster. Something IL something. No clue. Hatchling's home is a nest. Oh, that's cute. Like an owl's nest. What is this present? Reagan. That does fit. Towards the dawn or Gil East. First of all, this is an S. It's all's well that ends well. Second of all, this is an A. Towards the dawn is towards the east, I suppose. And Gila monster. Oh my. I didn't know that existed. Broad smile. Not a grin, because that would not have an I as a second letter. No clue. Assistant. Don't know. Whole lot. Tons. Which makes me think irate isn't correct, which is unfortunate. Owls. I want to keep you here, but I'm going to have to leave you for now. Let's redo some progress. Grin is a broad smile, I suppose. Assistant, no clue. A whole lot, tons. Sailor's outerwear. Maybe jacket? C-K-E-T? Something jacket, I don't know. Search for is to seek. Oles are both oles. Okay, we got that. Leave out is to skip. Applied the brakes. Slow. To slow down. Okay, that works. We're actually doing really good here. Vocalists, singers. So it's not cancel. But we have N-G-E. N-G-E. Singers. Lovely. Attack from all sides is to siege? I don't know. For each. Per. Lovely. Sound related. Sonar? Sonic? Sonic! Sonic is sound related, I suppose. Supersonic? Auction. Yeah, because Sonic. Supersonic means faster than the speed of sound, correct? So it breaks the sound barrier. Yes, Sonic works! Oxygen and helium for oxygen and helium, for instance, gases. I thought it was going to be like elements or atoms or something, but gases fits. Actually, it might not be gases, because gases might have two S's, doesn't it? We're going to leave it as now as our bad spelling, but maybe. Popular fried fruit is apple. Apple pie, that fits. A-P-P-L-E. Kid around with it is to joke, to jest. Letters before T's. A, B, C. Q, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Okay, it's probably not that. Letters before T's. No clue. Get it wrong. Yeah, we're definitely wrong here. Get it wrong is to ers, I suppose. RR? That's probably wrong, but we'll continue. Jack and Jill's container. Jack and Jill's container. Jack and Jill went up a hill. Oh, pail. Spelled like that. Because they filled a pail with water. Oh my, it's been such a long time since I heard that nursery rhyme. Wow. Anyways, long division word. Denominator, numerator, remainder. I something something I. No clue. West Point School. I'm just... West Point? S-C-H? I don't know. I'm just thinking West Point, the university. Like, you know, the army school. Huh. One with regrets. Sinner? Drains as strength. We have no clue. Disreputable. Person with 48 across. 48 across is what? We don't know. Yikes. Leaves out. Omits. O-M-I-T-S. O-M. Oh, wait. This might not be shop. But this might be omits. O-M-I-T-S. Great state of comfort. No clue. Speak sharply to. No clue. Sounds of shock. Don't know. Makes angry. Rolls is what I'm thinking of. Absolutely perfect. New job. So tons is wrong. And didn't we say this is jacket? Okay. E-T. We don't know the first three letters. Sea jacket, I'm guessing. SEA. And this is new job. 2 words. Oh my. Make null and void. Negate. We're getting something done. Sore loser's attitude. I'm thinking sour grapes? The only reason I know this is because of that Teen Titans Go episode of the same name where Robin is, I think he's losing a ton to Kid Flash and everything Kid Flash is cooler. So Robin talents him to one race, and right before they start, he takes out his staff and just bashes Kid Flash in the shins. And I love it so much because I don't enjoy Teen Titans Go that much. I do want to watch the Tactics episode, actually. And I love Night Begins to Shine. But that meme is so funny because I don't watch power scaling, but I see it sometimes online. Like, my character can beat your character. Goku can beat your character. Whatever. And just to see people very, very heavily overvalue speed blitzing. So just to see this huge joke about one of the fastest, most powerful characters in fiction getting just beat by Robin with the what is that pose even? I don't even know what that pose is. The Wally West pose, actually. To see him in that Wally West pose with his arms out. That is so funny to me. But yeah, sour grapes. Sore loser's attitude is sour grapes. Colonel or captain is rank. Okay. Happen next. I don't know yet. Traditional ceremony. Ooh, right. And then we have pale. What is Inti? Inti long division word? I don't know, but we'll continue anyway. Get a glimpse of them. Is to seize, I'm gonna guess. Assess, tease. Kid around is the T's, and to assess is to letters before T's. EA letters before T's. S's. QRSTUV. Okay, that's actually quite clever. We'll do one more wrap around. Well, actually, no, we're not done. West Point's SCH. Alma? Like alma mater? One with regrets. To... No clue. Drains his strength. Disreputable. Person with 48 across. Hired. Hired works. This might be our last go around. Yikes. Great state of comfort. Comfy. C-O-M... No, it's not comfy. Speak sharply to. No clue. Sound a shot. Gasp. It might not be sea jacket. But we're just going to assume it is. Make angry. Rate, I don't know. Absolutely perfect. Ideal. Happen next. No clue. Messy ones. Extremely pale. Bear-like beast. That's second letter of A. Koala? No. Kangaroo? No. Bear-like beast. I'm thinking something large. Something hairy. Like a behemoth. That's a mammal. I can't think of anything. Bend down is to stoop? Maybe? Didn't give enough to. I don't know. Tycoon's 27 down. Tycoon auto time? Maybe? Parceled out is to... I think it's ED at the end of it, but I'm not sure. Polite assent. Oh, we might be wrong. Also, it could be hires. Person with a 48 across. No, it is hired. Or it should be, at least. Assistant is an aide. A whole lot is... A whole lot, I don't know. Besets? I might be wrong about that. West Point School. Alma, like alma mater. One with regrets. Didn't give enough to. Yikes. Oh no. Oh no. It's created a state of great comfort. Blank of blank, maybe? Maybe it's 3 words? Could be. Speak sharply to. I don't know that. Sound of shock is... Don't know. And makes angry. Rhymes. We're going to check the puzzle. Okay, so we have a few things that are wrong. First of all, slots, not slits. And this is into long division word. Okay. A new hire or hires. I'm not hires. So it's not hires and it's not hired. Person with 48 across. Hiree. Okay, hiree is correct. This wasn't a Y. What is this? Play to send. No clue. And it's a pea jacket, isn't it? And the only reason I know that is because this is gasp. And I wasn't saying that because I was so confident C jacket. Spew, I'm thinking. Whole lot. Right? Makes angry is to ripes, I guess. West Point SCH. West Point School. University of... I don't know. I think we're gonna just reveal the puzzle. We're gonna give up here. 87% though. That's not terrible. Saps slimy bed of roses for state of great comfort. I don't really see that. That's more of a Valentine's Day thing, and this is a Superb Owl Day thing. Limo for a Tycoon's Auto. Tycoon's 27 down. A Tycoon's Auto would be a limo, I suppose. Meted for parceled out. Yes, sir for polite assent. Shorted, didn't get enough to. Bed of roses. Snap it. Slobs. Ashen. Oh, I should have gotten Ashen. Panda. Wait a minute. Great pandas are bears, though. You don't need to say bear-like to describe a panda. Pandas are bears. Of course they're bear-like. We have a slew. We have into. We have ensue. We have U.S. Marines, I guess. And ruer. Oh, like in iCarly. You will rue the day. That's what Neville said? I don't remember if his name was Neville. I don't know. But that was that. Now we have the wonderful, lovely Hokey Doku. Of course, let's see. Ice and Sinnoh. Well, I love our lovely little pal, Frostlass. I know Glalie was before, but Frostlass was added in Sinnoh, I believe. That's why it's Candace's ace. And that's normally what I try to think of when I think of a region. I try to think of their gym leaders, because the gym leaders, and mainly their aces, have Pokemon that are unique to that region. That's what I try to think of. Flying in Ice, Delibird. Not now. What? What is Delibird based off of? Because it could be based off a Snowy Owl. It probably isn't. But we'll do Delibird. It is ice flying, correct? It is a bird, so I did kind of assume. It looks like it's correct. Yes, it is. Kalos and Ice. Avalugg. That is certainly... I don't remember the Kalos gym leader who had ice, but I do remember Avalugg in that one cave. Very irksome. Or we could we have went Mega Obama Snow? I don't know. Water and Sinnoh? Oh, we have to go with Crash Crasher Wakes, not Weasel, Floatzel. I think Weasel is more popular than Floatzel. And I personally, I'm not sure if I like Weasel or Floatzel more. I like Floatzel because of the stats, but I think it's a cool design. It's like a a fox, but with like a float around it, which is the point of it. But I think it's a cool design. Flying. I also could have done like Gastrodon or whatever. Flying in water. Now that's, I'm thinking Swanna. That's just the first one that comes to mind. I played quite a bit of Pokemon Black and White. Kalos and water. We could always go a Froakie, which is what I'm gonna do. Froakie. I spelled Froakie wrong, but that doesn't matter because it's right there. Lovely. Let's do Steel Flying first. Steel Flying, we can do... Oh my, why can't I remember the name of that bird with steel wings? It's like the only Steel Flying type that exists. I'll do Corviknight instead. Corviknight, I'm fairly confident is Steel Flying. It is... What is the other... I believe it starts with steel, not Steelix. Obviously not Steelix. I forget its name. That Skarmory. I don't know how I forgot Skarmory's name. Wow, I don't know. Wait, what's this? Shiny Pokemon. Weird. Steel and Sinnoh. Bastiodon. Bastiodon, I know is Steel. I know it's used by Roark's dad, or is Roark the dad? I forget. I believe it's Roark's dad, or if it's Roark, I forget who is who. The Rock and Steel type gym leaders, I forget which one's Roark. One of them's Roark. I don't know which one. But yeah, one of them has a Bastiodon. Now, lastly, Steel and Kalos. That is interesting. Steel and Kalos. Oh no, that's not interesting. We can do Blade. I forget its name, but it's the Blade. Oh, actually, let's go Klefki. I was going to do Aegislash, or the pre-evolution to Aegislash, but Klefki works. This was actually a pretty easy one. Klefki is cool. Granted, I haven't used it. I've never caught a Klefki in my life. Puzzle somewhere, congrats, we solved them all. Lovely, let's just compare. Not the best, though. Only one under 10%. Delibird was 45%, which means there's at least 2 Pokemon. Probably 3. Avalugg, Froakie, yeah. Most common was Frostlass, then Articuno and Avalugg. Okay. Piplup, Pelipper, and Froakie. Froakie was the most common, really, over Greninja. That surprised me. Bastiodon, Skarmory, and Klefki. Oh my, I was very basic. My 4 corners, Frostlass, Avalugg, Klefki, and Bastiodon, were all the most common. Nothing else was, so that's good, but... Well, actually, was Froakie? Did I use Froakie? I did use Froakie. So 5 of my 9 were the most common. Interesting, but at least I didn't do Articuno, didn't do Pelipper. Really, Pelipper? I guess that makes sense. Skarmory. I tried to do Skarmory, I just couldn't remember. And Piplup. Granted, with Corviknight getting 16, Skarmory getting 32, I guess there's more Steel types. Steel Flying types. Rotom Frost, Delibird. Delibird was really the least common. I guess there's only 2 Flying Ice types. Delibird and Articuno. Amora for Kalos and Ice. Manaphy was introduced in Sinnoh? Oh, I guess it was. Mantike's flying. Did not know that. Volcanion. Okay, Aegislash Blade. I wanted to go Aegislash, but I forgot its name. Or did I want to go... No, Dual Blade, or whatever it's called, is the evolution. Aegislash is the base. That's what I wanted to go. I wanted to go Aegislash. Lucario Mega is... I guess that's... Oh no, Lucario Mega is counted as Sinnoh. Interesting. Okay, so that's good to know that Mega Evolution count from the Pokemon where the Pokemon originated, not where the Mega Stone originated, if that makes sense. In Corviknight G-Max. Why did Corviknight? So I'm counting that as a W. Oh my, oh my. I am parched. I just had a sip of water. And now I think we can do some chess puzzles. Yeah. Let's do the daily puzzle. Let's do the daily puzzle, and then let's do the Puzzle Rush, and I think we'll call it a stream there. Bit of a shorter stream. This has only been an hour and 40 minutes so far, but I do want to see some Superb Owls later today. Want to watch that. Maybe want to catch up himself. I feel bad about delaying Stardew Valley, though. I'll try to put out something else this week as well to make up for it. But now let's get on to chess.com. Your piece needs timeout. Daily puzzle, and it is white to move, it looks like. Alright, so I'm thinking checks, captures, and attacks. Well, the first thing that comes to mind, and this is probably it, because it's a winning move, is bishop to f3. Now, you are probably asking, why is this the winning move? Well, let's look what gets cut off. This gets cut off. This would get cut off. So, and you'd be in check, so you'd have to move... Well, let's start... You can't move here or here. Sorry, not there. Here or here, because I can just move my bishop over here, and it would be discovered check with the rook, and I would win your queen, and that's just completely winning. Right? So tactically, we can remove those squares. Well, actually, before I do that, let me consider this move. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang. Oh, this is interesting. I have to consider that as well. But let's consider this one first. There. We can't go. I'm sorry. I'm a bit of a cough. I've been talking. I need more water. Give me one moment. So can't go any of there just because of check. Can't go there because it's tactical. So either going forward or to the side. Can't go here though because this is a skewer and you can't protect your queen. So this is your only move. In which case, could I check you like this? And let's see how that looks. Can't go here or here for the bishop. You could technically go here now because... Well, actually you can't. These squares are taken. So you would have to... Oh, and you obviously can't go here. So you'd have to go here or here. That's a bit trickier. Because my bishop is now here, so I can't just simply do this. Alright, let's try this check then. Let's say you go here. I think the same logic occurs. Again, if you go here, I can go here, and you can defend, but I can take, and that's checkmate in several moves, even if you take back, because I have two bishops of opposite colors. Interesting. Okay. So you can't do this. So can I just get rid of that move? Let's see. Alright, let's say I do this bishop move. Queen obviously doesn't block, because that would just be a waste of a piece. So now let's take it as if the king is on this square. So, and I don't want to move over here, so let's just take away this and this from the bishop here. This and this and this from the king and the bishop. So the king can really only go here and here if I can check it. Interesting. So what if I were to go here? Then you could run over. I mean, it would also be good to try to get you over here or something so I could skewer you. You know what? I've been thinking for too long. This is just the right move. Oh, I can't do this because you can take with check. So it is this, not that. What if I do this? That attacks your queen. You can't check me anywhere without losing. No. I do need a hint, actually. I don't see what I threaten. Oh, I do see what I'm threatening. I'm threatening checkmate. They said I go there. Rook takes away all these squares. Bishop is defending rook. Bishop takes away these squares, and my king takes away this square, so... Wait, but this is just a draw. It would be a draw if I didn't have this move. Oh my goodness gracious, that is nasty. Wow. That is one of the better puzzles I've seen. I guess they count Sunday as the end of the week instead of the beginning. But wow. That is a beauty. No wonder I didn't see it. It was difficult. It was difficult. Alright, let's do some Puzzle Rush then. We can hop back over. We're just going to wait for it to load a bit. That's nice and dandy. What's that on the floor? Oh, that is my nub in my chair. That prevents the screws from falling out. I'm going to put that back in. But let's do some chess puzzles. That was a brilliant puzzle, though. Alright, let's do it pretty simply. This is going to be back ring checkmate, just because that's how the puzzles usually start. Back ring checkmate. We don't need to think about that too much. We'll start thinking around probably 10. Man, things are lagging. Am I dropping frames? Okay, I haven't dropped frames in a while, but we're still pretty lagging. This is checkmate in 2, because it's back ring checkmate. We have a battery. And we're just checking, essentially, right now. It's as easy as that. This is back ring checkmate. We're lost defense in the back ring. This is a battery. Bishop and queen love to target this square, which is unprotected. Well, protected by only the king. This check is interesting because my rook here, my bishop here and defending this, and your own knight in the way. So it's checkmate in 1. Knight likes to make you move. Actually, this is just you gotta go. Sorry, knight defends the square. So when I bring the queen over, you have to go there. I can check, and it's just kind of crushing. All right, this one's going to be a bit more difficult. Actually, no, it's not. Queen move. Now this is checkmate in 1. This queen and rook work together. We sacrifice the queen and we deliver back rank checkmate. Alright, we have to block somehow, it looks like. Or move. My money's on moving. The reason for that is simple. This is an unstoppable checkmating attack. No matter what you do, the only thing you can do is sack your queen here. And even then, that just delays the inevitable. I can't block it with anything. So, yeah, just play the move. There we go. I would love to do this. It's a check. It forces you up. I can give you a check here to force you down. I can give you a check here to force you there. And after that, I'm a bit lost. Okay, never mind. That was wrong. This seems unstoppable, so I'm just going to play it. I take the rook, and that allows my... I take the rook with my queen, and that allows my rook to deliver back rank checkmate. The rook cuts you off nicely, so the king can only really move here. So if I deliver a check here, king is forced to the corner, and then I can deliver checkmate with our rook, because it would be defended by the knight. And the knight would take away the escape square, so it's mate in 2. Lovely! I just see a battery of queen and... Yeah. Alright, you have to sack your knight. I would love to do this, not the right move though, unfortunately. What is fortunate is probably something like this. Attacking the queen so it can't defend the knight. Okay, I should have thought more. That's on me. Checkmate in 1. Ooh, this is checkmate in 2. 1. No, it's not checkmate in 2. Sorry, that was foolish of me. There we go. What am I missing? Oh, wait. The free rook, of course. First instinct is check here. Force you up there. Check here. Force you over a bit more. Wait, let me do that again. Check you here, force you up. Wait, why did I just do this first? Check here. If you go over... Ooh, actually, no, never mind. What about this check? No. Alright, I'm getting into a slump. Oh my, let me think about this better. Checks, captures, and attacks. I see 1 check, I see 2 checks. I see 3 checks that work. Let's start simple. If I check here, you can't go here because that's mate in 1. So you have to go over here. And then I go here, I'm threatening again mate in 1. So you have to go here. So you have to go back is what I mean. I might check anyway to force you up here. No, that doesn't make sense. I just see repeating. Let's say I check here, you go over. I check here. You go over again. I bring my queen back here, threatening to checkmate you on the next move with the battery. Because you can't move away there. You know what? That seems better. I'm overthinking this, but... And I was wrong. Wow, that was really bad, actually. That was, like, really bad. I'm washed, maybe. I don't really want to end it there, though. I don't really want to end it there. Let me look up, that... Because that was really bad. That wasn't just bad. That was really bad. Let me look up the dolls. I might pull up 1 or 2 more puzzles. Because I thought that would be twice as long. It wasn't. It really wasn't. Oh my. Or maybe I'll do Sudoku variants. Enclosed horse. Riddling. What is Steam build? Do I want to do that? Guess the game based on the Steam review? Sure, why not? Alright, I have 3 puzzles of varying difficulty. Let's start with Steam build. The goal of this game is to guess the game based off of the Steam review. We have 6 tries. Okay, not recommended. Would be much better without a story and these somewhat ugly characters yapping something irrelevant. This kind of looks like an Ace Attorney profile picture, so I might go that. Ace. I probably spelled Ace Attorney wrong. Oh, it doesn't even have a guess. Yeah, I definitely spelled it. Levels are pretty easy. The challenge comes from optimizing your creation so as to not get a bad spot on the leaderboard. You won't be insecure about your intelligence. Huh, that is... So there's characters that yap. For 0.4 hours you can play a little bit. But there are levels to this. Optimizing your creation as to not get a bad spot on the leaderboard so you won't feel insecure about your intelligence. So it's like a card game, I'd say. Master Duel? By Yu-Gi-Oh? Puzzles freeform nature let you set your own challenges and compare solutions with the community, but everything else is a mess. Tutorials are a huge text dump, dialogues are lifeless, challenges and music are repetitive, the UI doesn't scale with resolution and quickly becomes cluttered longer challenges, overall feels like a decade behind. I genuinely thought this was clunky 2010's indie debut, and that's the developer's 26th project, released in 2017. So it's a puzzle game that took place in 2017, that was mixed reviewed, relatively short, a lot of tutorial. I think I want to give up. Let's just do Mario. Not even wizards can avoid learning computer science. Baba is you? Is it Baba is you? Is it Baba? Okay, so there is something. Not even wizards can avoid learning computer science. Sorry, Baba is used kind of like computer science. But, okay, so it seems to be like a wizard, comp-sci, text-heavy game. If you're a hiring manager for one of the many types of engineering work, reach out to the people who left a positive reviews for this game. The people who like this game must be truly great workers. People who love this game are the type who believe the reward for a job well done is just to have it done. And the opportunity to do more work. Not me, though. Honestly, very smart, and I live in energy to solve puzzles by being paid. So it's a puzzle game with wizard. Wizard chess. Let's say that. Zachtronics make me feel super game. Game flow in a nutshell. Step 1, find solution. Step 2, spend hours, days looking for a more efficient solution. Step 3, look at other players' solutions compared to yours. Step 4, move on to the next puzzle in disgust. Factorio? I really don't know. Opus Magnum? I've never heard of that. I'm sorry. But that was actually pretty fun, though, despite not really being aware of this. Now we're going to play the riddling. Riddle.ing. Basically, this is a community posted riddle, and we have to find the answer. I'm hard. What? Okay, I'm hard. What am I? Type a guess. About riddling is a daily guessing game. Guess the answer to the riddle in 5 clues made by Not So Games. I'm hard. What am I? A rock. Rocks are hard. I'm easy to find. I'm hard. I'm easy to find. Challenge? Or challenges? Those are hard and easy to find in your life. I'm seen in cemeteries. Tombstone. Tombstone. Oh, you know what Tombstone reminds me of? I'm featured in curling. It's not just stone, is it? Or gravestone? Really? Really? Oh, that's not like a riddle, though. That's just clues. I should have guessed stone first. I just guessed rock to guess rock because it's the same thing. But Stone Talk is literally my name. I should have done better. I'm Stone. I should have done better. Wow. I feel sad I didn't get that in 1. I really could have gotten that in 1. It's really funny how themed it is on us today. Oh my. But I thought there was going to be more wordplay. Seen cemeteries, featured in curling. Okay, I guess stone is different than rock. What was I talking about? Tombstone? Oh, yes. I was a big fan of the 2016 reboot of BattleBots on ABC. And Tombstone was a combat robot, 250 pounds, with like an 80-pound blade spinning at like 200 miles an hour. And it just ripped metal to shreds, and I really loved it. And Ray Billings... and who's like the builder of Tombstone, like the leader of that team, did a really good job at playing the antagonist. He was like the guy, the most destructive, the one everyone wanted to beat. And I think ABC, who did that first season, did a good job as painting him as an antagonist. I've also seen videos of him doing like Combot's Cup, and he's a really sweet guy from what I've seen. Like, he's a really nice guy. So to see him like play up as the villain, that's so fun and cute. I don't mind being the villain in someone's story. It's interesting. It's interesting, but man, Ray Billings and Tombstone, that was fun. I love BattleBots. I should watch it. I should do it. Combat robotics is a pretty easy thing to get into. Not an easy thing to do well, but a pretty easy thing to get into. Just look online for competitions. They have a bunch of different weight classes. You don't need to build some 250-pound behemoth. You just need like a speed controller and some motors. And honestly, you can 3D print most of it. I've seen videos of people building their robots 3D printed, and usually the lighter ones, like the 3-pound and under ones, like maybe the 1-pound ones, with a 3D printed chassis, and using a lot of the weight for the weapon. I remember, I believe it was the White Cobra team? Copperhead. They were a BattleBots team. But I followed them before, actually. They did combat robotics, and I remember they made a 3-pound robot, where their weapon was, they were a full-body spinner, and their weapon was this 2.5-pound steel bar spinning at top speed. It was insane how maximized the weight of that weapon was. Very destructive for a 3-pound robot. Very destructive. Alright. But I love combat robotics. I should get into it. But now, let's go back over to our last dull game. We're probably going to play a cryptic crossword. Or not cryptic crossword. Oh my god. Why did he keep calling it that? A Sudoku variant. Later. A different Sudoku, whatever. But this is enclosed.horse. How to play. Enclose the horse in the biggest possible pen. The rules. Click grass tiles to place walls. You have limited walls. Horses can't move diagonally or over water. Enclosed golden apples give +10. Portals connect distant cells. The horse can teleport through them. Bigger enclosure equals bigger score, but you only have one chance to submit. Hover or tap the horse to see how he'll escape this level. Foursquare. Shivers 15 by 15. Wall budget is 10. Okay, let's start it out. So we have 10 walls. Obviously, we could do like... Wait, can the horse move diagonally? So this goes crisscross. This goes crisscross. Having the golden apples in gives +10. 1, 2, 3. Oh, obviously that's too much. Because 4, 5, 6... 7, 8, 9, 10. We would need 13 at least for that. I think maybe 1, 2. 2 here instead of 3. Let's put a wall there. Put a wall here and here. Put a wall here. We're going to use this water tile. Here, here. We have really 3 more walls. Which just isn't enough. So instead of that, why don't we do something like this? We're also going to remove this, give the horse an extra space. Same thing here. So now the horse can teleport through this portal freely, and we can cut off the horse like this. We have 4 walls left, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this doesn't work. This is a good puzzle. We just had to optimize space. Alright. You know what? This is a pretty huge area. This is a pretty big area. Let's actually cut off the portals then. Let's just focus on this portal then. Right? Here. If we do this, we can do this. And then we can remove that, actually. But we do need to block this off. Let's actually move this into here. We have 4 walls left, and we need to close off, like, this area. And we need basically a lot more walls for this. Oh no. I want to get at least 1 portal in. Okay, if we play this super restrictively. Does it make sense to wall this off? I don't think it does. It makes more sense to, like, wall this off. Like here and here. Okay. Let's rethink. This at least 3 walls to close this off. So even if we have the portal in, it's 3 walls. We can obviously expand the space like this. There we go. This is also 3 walls, actually. So let's actually focus on these 2 then. Right? Because it is still 3 walls. There we go. That's more open. So now we have access to these 2 portals, and we have 5 walls left. But how do we close this off? We can't, can we? This takes 1, 2, 3, 4 walls minimum to close it off. Though I could shrink it down to 3 like this. But that's just giving me 2 walls left to basically block off this square, this. Well. And I'm just 1 wall away, actually. Oh, no. Any way, shape, or I can get this to work. If I move these up, that actually, that works. It's definitely not the best solution, mainly because, first of all, I can do this. But this does work. Legitimately, huh? I think we're gonna submit this. Score of 38. People had... I'm sorry, what the heck? I'm sorry, what... Okay, we're gonna view the optimal in a second. Okay, what's the, 58, 38 is our score. So, 39... 68, 69, 70 is the max, and people get 70? That's... Okay. I thought I was doing good, and then I just see this. What did I miss? Let's view optimal. Oh... Interesting. So I was right on it being this portal group instead of the other one, but oh my. Not bad. Can I recreate that? Yeah, let's see if I can recreate that. So obviously this goes out here. This goes like that. Oh no, I'm missing one. Dang it. I feel like I'm wasting stuff though, which I definitely am. Why do we need to close this off and this off? This is only a score of 64 because I can do something like this. 66, 68. Yeah, I guess this was the max. Huh. Wait, no it's not. 70. I think this is the max, isn't it? Wow. Yeah. This is quite beautiful, though. I do have to admit. 70 the max? Yeah, 70 is the max. Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, I'm going to pull up a Sudoku variant. Sudoku variant. And I might take a quick break. It is the Superb Owl, after all. But I do want to play a Sudoku variant. Maybe I shouldn't have clicked on the first thing labeled Sudoku variant. Is there something recommended? Sudoku of the day? There is. Oh my. Oh my. You know what? While this loads, I'm going to take a quick break and I will be back shortly. So please enjoy the music and pardon the delay. Thank you. I'll be right back. Hello, I am back. We are back. Oh my, actually I need to cough. Give me a minute. Whoa, that's a little loud. That's also a little loud. What the heck? How strange. What? Really? My mic is just continuously. What the heck? It's just continuously peaking. Test. 1 2 1 2. Test. Lovely. I might have to go to here-ish. Word, word, word. Okay. It peaks when I'm loud, but I just try not to be loud. I apologize for that. Wow. That's rather bizarre. Wow, that is rather bizarre. Wait, is there... No, the ambient sound's actually rather low. Did my mic fix itself? I feel like it did. Ah, whatever. Let's pull up the Sudoku of the day. Springtime. 4 stars. Not equal. Colors in gray circle. Oh! Windoku quest. I want something a little hard. Okay. 4-1-26. Have fun playing my daily Sudoku. Okay. Let's go back to it as rules load. It looked fun. Let me explain the rules. Rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply so that every row, column, and box has to contain the digits 1 to 9. Digits along an arrow must sum up to the number in the circle. Like this arrow right here. It's a little colorful, but I hope you can understand it. Digits inside regions must sum up to the given number. Just sum up. No killer cages where these 2 digits can repeat here. Nah. The center cells form a region which must... Blah, blah, blah. The center cells form a region which must also contain the digits 1 to 9. So that's... If this digit is 1 here, then this digit cannot be 1. Well, obviously, for Sudokus, but this digit can also not be 1. And none of them can be 2, which is already on here. Let's start with this. This is 7, 8, or 9. This is 7 or 9, actually, because 6 and 8 are already on here. 7, 9. What the heck? Can I? WASD 2. Okay, let's type it in. What the heck? Why can't I place numbers in? Log in to play the Sudoku? That is mean. Okay, we're going to do something else then. I apologize. I guess I was on the wrong site. Because I didn't log in. Maybe I should make an account then. Maybe I should. Oh well. It was quite colorful, so it might be hard to follow along. 1% 5 days ago. I don't know what that means. Oh, 1% 5 days ago. Oh, okay. Now I get that. What that means. There's thermometers there. And crop key dots. 4 and 5. I do like this one. This one looks appealing. Let's try it. Normal Sudoku rules apply. When a green rectangle is set between cells, it indicates that the digits in those cells must be consecutive. Adjacent cells without a green rectangle cannot have consecutive digits. Oh, interesting. So adjacent cells, or orthogonal cells, cells that share a border, share an edge, must have a green border, a green box, green rectangle, if they are consecutive. And if they doesn't exist, they are not consecutive. Interesting. Renban. Digits on a green Renban line must be consecutive in any order. Values cannot repeat. Okay, close and play. And to be fair, for a Renban line, it's... How do I say this? This doesn't need to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or whatever. This can be 7, 4. Well, this can't be a 4 because it doesn't have the border. But 7, 5. Oh, actually, no. This can be a 4. 7, 4, 6, 5, 2, or something like that. For instance, let's see. This line is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 long. So it must contain the digits 3 to 7. So 4, 5, 6 must be on this. But we also know this is 6 or 8, which we're going to have to do this for. This is either 6 or 8, which I don't like that. Let's do this. 6 and 8. There we go. That's definitely better looking. There's a 2. It's either here or here. 2 is in this box, so it can't go in any of these 3 cells. Alright. Let's start here. This is either a 1 or a 3. This is a 9 or a 7. If we can, yeah, let's try the box borders. This is a 4 or a 2. But if this is a 2, this is a 1. Oh, this can't be a 2. Here's my logic. If this is a 2, then this must be a 1, and this a 2. Because 3 is already in this box, so we already have one consecutive digit, we would need the other, which would be 1. Which would imply that a 2 is on this line. However, the 2 in this box is not on the line, the 2 in this box is on the line, therefore it doesn't exist. So this must be a 4. This must be a 4. This must be a 5. This is a 4 or 6, we don't know yet. We need one of these digits to be a 4. We don't know which one yet. This could technically be a 5. Or it could not be. It just can't be a 3. So if this is 4, this has to be 5. Which works right now. So we won't mess with it. Actually, scratch that. This does have to be a 4. And there's a reason. The reason is, if this is a 4, we would need a borderline between there. A little green box, a little green rectangle. We don't have that. So this is the 4, and this is a 5 because it can't be a 3. Sudoku rules. Lovely. So we definitely have a 6 either here, here, or here. Just because the red line goes to at least 7. Then it's either 1, 2, 8, or 9. 2 of those digits. Right. Can we get a bit more tricky? 6. Let's start with 6. 6 has to be on this green line, but it can't go here because, again, a green box with 5. So either 6 is here or 6 is here. I think we know where 6 is on accident. I forgot to highlight it, but we won't put that in until we solve it. So one of these are 6. 7. Let's try 8 and 2. Which can go anywhere right now. Well, here's the thing. If this is 6, this is 8, this can't be a 9. Granted, this could be 6, this could be 9, and this could be 8, though. Just because this would have to be an 8 and 9 mixed. Okay, so that doesn't work there. We have a plethora of digits to choose from, and we don't know. But let's just fill things in. This could be a 6 or 8. 6 can't go here or here. Or here. Or here. So 6 can't go here, here, here. And here. So 6 can go here. No, it can't, because that would have to be next to a 5 or 7, which are gone. So 6 has to go in one of these two top spots. Either next to the 7 here or... Wait, I'm sorry, I did this wrong. Where does 6 go in this box? Well, we know it can't go here, here, here. It can't go on this green line because it'd have to be next to a 7 or a 5. Can't go where 4 is. Can't go next to a 5. So it has to go here. Only spot for it. Which I keep forgetting to get rid of the little eraser mark when I type it in. This is 6. Where does 8 go? 8 can go here. Basically any of here. 3 cannot go here or here. Or here. Interesting. I'm confused. I'm confused. It's a good puzzle, though. 9, this must be an 8. Oh, so we could have solved that 6-8 mystery much sooner if I realized it. So if there's an 8, it goes here. On this line, I'm saying. If it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it's... The 8 is in these two spots. Which would mean... Oh, so this has to have a 2. This green line has to have a 2, and I have a reason for that. The reason is, this line cannot contain a 9. 8 cannot go here, so 8 must go here. 9 cannot go here, so 9 must also go there, but there's no border. Therefore, we have a 2, and the 2 must go here. Which means this can't be a 6, so this is a 6 up here. Because if this was a 6, it would be bordering a 5. So this is either 1 or 8. I wish there was an easier way just to hit this. 1 or 8. Lovely. Oh, and this must be a 4, because it can't be a 6. 6 is already in that row. This is a very interesting puzzle. So let's just fill in these boxes. 1, 8, and what? Well, this cannot be 1. This can't be 1 because it's next to a 2. This can't be 1. And this can't be 1 because they'd have to have a 2 next to it, which is impossible. So this is 1. So 8, 9, 7. 7, 8, 9. With this not being a 7. I said this not being a 7. Okay. I missed the Sudoku pad. This is 8 or 9. This has to have a 7. Therefore, it must be next to an 8. Because 6 is already taken. Therefore, 9's not there. Therefore, this is 9. Lovely little math. 9 has to go here. Simple Sudoku's geometry. Lovely. And 9 also has to go here because it can't go next to a 7. And it's taken out of this row from this 9. And this top row from that 9. So 9 must go there. Can we get all the 9s in? Probably not. 9 could technically go here. This is 7, 8, or 9, actually. Why? Because this is 7 or 8. So this would mean it'd have to be next to 6, 7, 8, or 9. But 6 is already there. So this is 7, 8, or 9. And we have a triple. These 3 digits have to contain the 3 digits 7, 8, 9. So we can deduce that the last digit is 1, 2, 3. It's 3. Only digit not in this row. My tongue is tied. Only digit not in this row. Lovely. Wait a minute. If this is 7, this is 8. If this is 8, this is 9 or 7. 8 has to go here. Which seems obvious. And is obvious. Okay. Now we're going to need a triple. Oh, wait. Nope. Let's start with a simple one. 1. Where does 1 go in this box? It has to go here. Because if it goes here or here or here, it has to be next to at least a 2. Which is impossible because 2 is already here. Therefore, this is a 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are the remaining 3 digits. However, only one of them has 2 neighbors. And that is 7. 6 and 8 go here. Actually, scratch that. 6 goes here because it sees the 8 up here. And 8 goes here because that's the only remaining digit. Now, can we use some simple, similar footwork for this? Because we have a pair here and then 1/3 digit. So if we have 2 consecutive digits and 1/3 digit that's not consecutive, we can pin that in there. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 4, 5, 6. So 4, 5, 6. Pollute this because 7, 8, 9 are already on there. However, 5 has to be on here because the other digit is either 4 or 6, which must border 5. Therefore, 5 is not on here. Which, I don't know why it keeps doing that. 5 is not on here. This is a 4 or 6. This is a 5. Lovely. This must be a 2. We need 4, 5, 6. Oh, this can't be an 8. Am I daft? I am. I apologize. 8's already in the box. This is a 7 or 9, which means this must be an 8 because we have a 7. Things are lagging. This is 7-9 pair. 7-9 must be there. Therefore, this can't be a 7, so it's an 8. This is a 7. We need a 1 and 2 on here, but 2 cannot border a 3 without a box. So this is a 2, and this is a 1. Lovely. We're getting the digits in. This is either a 5 or 7, but it can't be 7 because of this 7 here. So this must be a 5. 1 or 3 must go there. We got that. What digits do we have? We have 1, we have 2. 1, 2, and 3 are all missing from this row. So we know that 2 can't go in here because otherwise it has to be a border or 1. Or actually, no, we don't because there's a 4th digit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 either goes here or here. We don't know. 3 must go... Actually, no, 3 must go in here. We know that for a fact. Why? Because 4 is here. It takes away 3 from here. And if 3 is in here, 2 cannot go in the here because then it would be bordering a 3. So 2 is down here. 2 can't go here because it's bordering a 1 on its left. So we can actually place the 2 in to here. We have 9 and 1 left, right? Which I don't see any issue with either of them, don't I? Not yet, at least. Oh, well, this has to be a 9 because it can't be a 1. Therefore, this is a 1 and 3, which is fine and dandy, actually. It just means that 2 actually can't go here because it would be paired next to either 1 or 3. Therefore, 2 must go here. Specifically, not here, because then this would have to be a 1 or 3, which is impossible. Not here because of this 2, so this is 2. We also had this, which I didn't see. If I saw it, it would be a bit better, a bit easier to see. Oh well. So 2 must go on this stretch. It could be paired with a 1 or 3. Actually, it can't go... 2 can't go here, because this would have to be 1 or 3, but we see 1 and 3 here already, so therefore this isn't a 2. But 2 could still go up here, down here. What do we have? We have 1, 2, 3. We have 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, and what's the 4th digit in this box that we're missing? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lovely. 8. 8 can't go next to a 7 or a 9. Therefore, it must go here. This is an 8. So 1 and 3 is what we're missing. 2 goes here and here, so 1 and 3. 1 and... Oh, why? If this is 2... Oh, this can't be 2. Reason is, 1 and 3 are the remaining digits. 3 can go here or here. Right? And 1 can go here or here. Great, that means that this has to be 2. 1, 3, that's fine, because it has the border here. 1, 8, that's also fine. 3, 8, that is also fine. No issues yet. Lovely. And now let's check this box. We have 4 digits remaining. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now 4 can't go in here. 4 can't go in here. Why? Because it would be next to either a 5 or 3, which is impossible in these 2 squares. If this is 4, this can't be a 5 or 3. If this is 4, this can't be a 5 or 3. Therefore, this is 7, 8, 9. However, this actually is 8, because this is a true... Oh, actually, no, this could be 6. Which I didn't want to put in. This is either 6, 7, 8, or 9. Right? So all we know is that this can't be 9. This could be 9, 8, 7. This could be 7, 8, 6. This could be 9, 8, 7. 8, 7. Well, this can't be 8. Because if this is 8, this is 7. This would have to be 6. That's impossible. So this isn't 8. 7, 8, 9 works. 6, 7, 9 works. If this is 9, this has to be 8, which it can't be, so this can't be 9. This is 6 or 7. That means this is 7 or 8, and this is 8 or 9. And because, 6, 7, 8, 9 have to go in these 4 squares. However, only one of them contains a 6, which means this is a 6. Which means that this is a 6. This is a 7. This is an 8. This is a 9. This is a 7. Sudoku rules. 4, 5. 5 could be 6. Okay, that works for now. We have a 4, 9 pair here. This has to be a 4 because it's next to an 8. Therefore, this is 9. This has to be 1 because it's next to a 4. And this 3 for the same reason. Lovely. Now what? Now what? Let's put the 3 in here. And actually, I'm going to take a quick moment. I just need to throw something in the oven. I am eating food after this, and we should wrap up streaming probably in the next 10, 15 minutes, and that's all the time I need. So please give me a moment. I'll be right back. I'll stay on the screen just in case you want to look at it and marinate, but I'll just turn my sound off. So I will see you in a minute. All right, we are back. I'm gonna lean back in my chair, and now we're just doing simple Sudoku. This has to be 3, which means this is 1, which means this is 8. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Let's use this row to determine these 2 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's a 5 in here. We see a 6 and 7. So 5 and 7 have to go here and here. Let's do the similar logic for these 3. Well, actually, we'll use the box or the row. It doesn't matter. We know we need a 1, 2, 3, and 6, I believe. Right? Yep. And because of this bar, we know the only digit that can go here is 6, because that's the only one that borders either 5 or 7. This has to be 7, because it borders a 4. This must be a 5. 1 and 3 we can't deduce quite yet. Okay, but we're making great progress. We didn't even touch the other line yet. Do we even need the other line? Let's not use this line yet. Obviously, we probably will end up using it, but I just want to make it a bit of a challenge. Oh, did we mess up? Yeah, did we? No, we didn't. I was going to say we messed up because I was going to say, okay, we have 2 digits here, therefore these same 2 digits must be here, but that's impossible because we already have a 3 in this row, which I didn't see. Which means we have 1 possible digit for here. It's probably an 8 or a 6. It's a 6. Because I see the 8 down here. Which must mean that this is an 8. And let's just, again, use this row to deduce these last 2 digits. We see 1, we don't see 2, we don't see 3. We see 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. And down here, last 2 digits, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing a 4 and a 5. Therefore, this must be 1 because 4 and 5 are next to each other. 2 and 3 we don't know yet. And by that, actually no, we do know this. This is actually a 4 because it borders a 6 without a bar. This is a 5. 2 and 3 we don't have anything yet. And I do want to save this green line clue for last because I would just think it's funnier. This is either 5 or 7. Is it 5 or 6? Oh, no, this is just 5. This is 6. This is 4. And this is 5. Wow, we are great at this. Again, using the row, we know we need a 1. We see a 2, 3, we need a 4. We see 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Lovely. And let's do the same thing up here. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. With this having an 8, so this isn't an 8. Actually, this is an 8 because we see the 8 here. So we can put in an 8 promptly. This must be a 9 because we see a 7 down there. This is a 7 because it's a 7. Now we'll just do the rows. What are we missing here? We're missing a 1, we see a 2, we see a 3, we don't see a 4, we see a 5, we see a 6, 7, 8, but we don't see a 9. 1, 4, 9 go there. Same thing here. 1, we don't see a 2. We don't see a 3, we see a 4, we don't see a 5. We see a 6, 7, 8, 9. And last one, we see a 1, we see a 2, we see a 3, we see a 4, 5. We don't see 6, 7, 8. Here, there must be a 7. But it can't go here because we see that 7 there. So this is a 7. This is actually a 6 because we already see an 8 on the same column. I don't know why I called it a row. Forgive me. So this must be a 6. This is an 8. Lovely. 2, 3, 5. These has to be paired. Therefore, they can't have a 5 because 5 is not next to 2 or 3. Therefore, this must be 5. Lovely. We see 2, 3 pair and 1, 4, 9 here, which means we see 1 and 9. So this must be a 4. So just process of elimination that was. Speaking of 4, we see a 4 here. This can't be a 4. It must be a 1. And this must be a 4. This must be a 1. This must be a 9. And now we see 2 and 3. This has to be a 2 because it borders a 4 without a box. This is a 3. This is a 3. And last but not least, we have a wonderful 2. And close message. We're done. This is it. We didn't even use this other green line, which I kind of find sad. I kind of find that sad. But it was beautiful. It was fun. It was simply lovely. And we did it kind of faster than we thought we did. I thought it was going to take 10 more minutes. It took 5. Well, actually it took closer to 7. But wow. That was wonderful. This has been a most delightful, superb Owl Sunday. I do have to admit, it has been most delightful. I really love learning about the giant Cuban owl, or the Cuban giant owl. That is definitely the highlight of my day. Just this big, beautiful bird that was just a predator. Couldn't really fly, maybe for short spurts. And was just a sneak attacker who probably didn't form in packs. Just wow. Absolute inspiration. Well, not inspiration. I just love owls. I really love owls. Granted, I do think the coolest thing about birds is flying. So the giant Cuban owl not really flying is a bit sad because I'd love to see a meter tall bird just fly. Like, what is it, like the horned eagle or whatever? Whatever we mentioned earlier. But that is just an apex predator. That is just an ape. I'm still shocked that it hunts down things that are the size of bears. That are the size of black bears. Things that are between, what do we say, 4 and 6 feet tall. Or 4 and 6 feet big, long, whatever you want to say. That is shocking to me because it's like 3.5 feet tall. And it's hunting down things bigger than it. These sloths that are the size of bears. And these giant capybara-like rodents. I'm surprised that Cuba has a history of gigantism in terms of ancient animals. I don't really know what would cause that. I'm not really an archaeologist or whatnot. Is archaeologist the right term? Not anthropologist, but I'm not an architect. Why do I say an architect? I'm not a bone guy. I don't know fossils well enough. I have fossilized like I think sea urchin prints or whatever, which are pretty cool, but I don't know much about them. But I just find certain animals just the most intriguing, and owls are definitely up there. They're so smart, talented, fluffy, adorable, with giant eyes. With one of the most iconic animal noises. I think the most iconic animal noise is definitely a cow's moo. But an owl's hoo is up there. An owl's hoo is up there. An owl's hoo is definitely up there. Oh my. Oh, it reminds me of the famous knock knock joke. Knock knock. Who's there? Owl. Owl who? That's such a fun joke. Owls. I love owls. I really do. And I really do love the legendary film movie, Legend of the Guardians, Owls of Gahoon. I don't know why, it just kind of remains in my knowledge. Maybe I'll rewatch it. 16 years later, I will rewatch it. Oh my, that'll be fun. That'll be dandy. Oh my. Do I have anything else for this stream? I don't really know. I don't really have anything else to say. Of course, if you're watching the football game, have fun. I just love the joke of Superb Owl Sunday. I love that joke, and I decided to roll with it. I'm probably going to catch the end of it with some food. I checked the score. It did not look too great. I'm more of a, I guess, New England Patriots guy. For better or for worse. Probably for worse. They're way too spoiled as a franchise. But I like being spoiled sometimes. I liked being spoiled sometimes. A franchise that wins too much is not something to hate. I'm more of a basketball fan. I also like the Celtics, which, again, very spoiled franchise. But I respect teams. I feel bad for small market teams, but I respect teams that buy in, if that makes sense. For instance, the Philadelphia 76ers traded one of their young, promising guards, Jared McCain, kind of for peanuts. For really late stuff. Don't get me wrong, they had a pretty good position, or talent at the position that McCain played, because McCain is a shorter fellow for an NBA player. He's still 6'3", still my height, which is tall. But between VJ Edgecombe and Maxey, there was still definitely a role for him on this team. But he wasn't a must-keep. But still, they gave him away for pretty much pennies on the dollar to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Just so the 76ers could save some money. And I don't respect that. I don't respect the 76ers as a franchise, and not just because I don't like them. For, the Celtics and Sixers rivalry, if you want to call it that. Hasn't really been a rivalry since the 80s, though. 1983 is the last year that the Sixers beat the Celtics in the playoffs. But yeah, I don't necessarily feel bad for Sixers fans. They've had some talent. I feel bad for their tanking years, but they tanked quite a bit. They had probably the worst franchise in all of sports for the mid-2000s. It was painful. It was very painful. But at least they got draft picks, which they promptly squandered. But I don't respect the Philadelphia 76ers as a franchise because of really just the cheapness of ownership. How there's always the James Harden famous quote. Daryl Morey, who is the GM of the Sixers, is a liar and cannot be trusted, which is an all-time favorite quote. I have a list of quotes. That technically is not it because that's too specific. I've never met Daryl Morey. I have no idea if he's a liar, but he most definitely cost Harden millions and millions of dollars by lying to Harden, which is equally parts funny that this happened, but also messed up that he cost someone millions of dollars. So all I'm trying to say is I don't respect the Philadelphia 76ers as a franchise, and I think you should, as a fan, deserve your ownership to buy in. And if you don't have that, that sucks. That's rough, buddy. That's rough. That's rough if your ownership doesn't buy in. And sometimes you buy in and it doesn't work. Like the Warriors with Jimmy Butler. I think that was... I didn't like the move, but I read about it from Warriors fans' perspective. A bit mixed, but it was them doing something. It was them doing something to maintain their, at the very least, goodness or okayness with their franchise's greatest player of all time, Steph Curry. So I respect that. I do believe they overpaid Jimmy Butler, but that's something different. So if you are watching the Super Bowl and you have a team, have fun. Have fun. The Seahawks do have a pretty good recent history. Same thing with New England Patriots. I wouldn't say the Seahawks are as spoiled as the Patriots, but the Patriots did go through a bit of a rebuild. I don't follow sports too well, but they rebuilt. They are a team that suffered a bit in mediocre heck and bounced back. And I respect that. I don't know much about the Seahawks, so I'm slightly rooting for the Patriots, but it's not that good. And at the end of the day, it doesn't mean that much to me. Football is fun, but it's not my go-to sport, and it's not what I'm most passionate about, and it's not something, like, I'm not a die-hard fan. But I will enjoy the latter half. And, let's see. I feel like there's something else I wanted to say. I'm sorry for rambling about sports. It is the time, and the only perspective I have that is actually deeper than surface level would be relative to the NBA. So that's why I use the NBA comparison. I have no idea what it's like if you're a fan of like the Premier League or like La Liga, if you're like a soccer football fan. I have no idea what it's like for you guys, your ownerships. I hear you can loan players out. It's very, very bizarre to me. But granted, so was the NBA when I first learned about it. Oh, man. Do I have anything else to say? My food is still probably... Actually, my food will probably be done in a couple of minutes. I'm having a meatball hero, a leftover meatball hero, and some roasted potatoes. Roasted in bacon fat. Oh, that's actually interesting. I rendered my own lard the other day to do that because I wanted to eat bacon. So I ate bacon. And I'm someone who does not like to waste food. Or anything really. And I say, you know what? I'm cutting up potatoes. And they do need fat. Why don't, instead of just throwing the bacon fat out, I just keep it in the pan as a liquid and use it on my roasted potatoes. So I did that. I cooked a lot of bacon and kept all the fat in the fan, and then my diced and parboiled potatoes, I seasoned them and I tossed them in with the rendered lard, which is just bacon fat, but rendered lard sounds fancier, and I want to feel that I accomplished more. And, you know, it's not bad. The only issue is that I'm, how do I say this? I'm not a fan of the taste of lard. I'm not a fan of pork in general. I like bacon, but outside of that, I'm not too big of a fan. It doesn't ruin the flavor of the potatoes at all. Actually, I also made fries in the bacon grease, the bacon fat. It was very interesting. Very interesting. I probably won't do that again, because I put on a lot of bacon at once to do that, and I don't really want to buy bacon for a bit of a longer time. It's not the healthiest meat to eat. I'm just not a pig guy, I guess. I like sausages, though. I like sausage and bacon. But I also like turkey sausage and turkey bacon. Okay, turkey bacon might be a bit of a stretch. But yeah, I tried that. The fries actually were pretty good. Despite me not, what's the word? I did parboil them. But I didn't, blanch them. I didn't fry them lightly first before frying them a second time. Because I'm terrible at frying foods. I'm really terrible at frying foods. So, I was able to make crunchy fries that weren't burnt, and that made me happy. I don't necessarily like the added flavor of the bacon fat. Maybe I would like a beef tallow more. I know McDonald's used to, I say used to, it was before I was born. In the year, prior to the year 1990, McDonald's used beef tallow, used beef fat to fry their fries. It's common. It's not too strange. In reality, you shouldn't do this, you really shouldn't do this, but you can fry foods in motor oil if you want to. Again, you really, really shouldn't. I cannot stress that enough that it is poisonous. But if your goal is not to eat food, but rather to fry it, you can use motor oil. Again, do not eat. Please do not eat. But the process of frying is just really fat. You just need a liquid fat to fry in. But yeah, it was very long. It was actually last Monday, so 6 days ago. I might do it again. I like my potatoes, and I'm running out. I'm putting the last amount on now. But I will hopefully enjoy them. I think they might be burning. No, actually. The roasted potatoes? Yeah, I might make more. Love my roasted potatoes. I love my foods. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's stream, I think. Thank you all for watching. It always means a lot to me. If you want any very, very bad recipes for food that somehow still taste decent but are definitely bad, let me know in the comments section below. I will provide something to the best of my ability. But that's going to do it. I'm going to go enjoy my food, watch the Super Bowl. Hopefully it'll be exciting. I saw the score. It was like 12-0. I believe. I might be wrong. Which is not... It's not an exciting score. But hopefully the rest of the Super Bowl will be exciting. And I will see you all next stream. Thank you all for watching. And as always, have a day. I hope it's a good one. See ya. And enjoy the superb owls. I love owls. Bye.